Hey, it's Mobb Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. How you doing? Live. I just finished mowing the lawn. I took a shower, got clean. So you can see I got a nice haircut. And so I'm ready for my vacation. And we're going to get into talking about preparing your aquariums for vacation. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff tomorrow with them just to have them ready to go for my vacation, which I'm very excited about. A redfish, a bluefish was here first. Kevin's K9 Aquatics. You may have been here a little bit earlier. Please say hi. If you're here, I want to say hi to you. So it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. It has been hotter than heck. I mowed my lawn this morning. I started about 8:45. My next door neighbor is a cop who works late. He didn't work last night, but he was mowing when I was going to sleep. So, guess turnabout's fair play. But I try not to be a dick. Try to treat my neighbors with big respect. That's what I do. So it's neighbors on the other side. They had to go out of town for a family funeral, and they asked me to water their plants, which I have done. Because I'm a good guy. And, I have a wasp nest that's just developing in my backyard. I have to go get some bug executioner stuff and spray the hell out of that this afternoon. Good times. What's going on with you? And what's going on with you and your fish room? I'll go through in a couple of minutes as we get more and more people here, where we'll discuss the wonders of preparing for vacation. Now, I did a couple of things today. If you haven't heard me say this before, I'll tell you. If I told you before you've heard it, sorry. I age my water. Now, some people, there's several different ways people prepare water for water changes. Some people have an RO filter and they have automatic water changes. I don't. Some people yank out the old water, put the new water in, and put the water conditioner in with the water as it's loading up. I don't. Chattanooga Ed, what's up, buddy? I don't, for a couple of different reasons. I don't want my culture, the good bacteria in my sponge filters to be damaged. So now I do not, some people go and they go as far as with their water, they're preparing for future changes. Good to be here too, my man. Good to have you here too, Chattanooga. So some people go in and they'll aerate and they'll actually heat the water to the temperature, that they keep their aquariums at. I don't. I fill up my tubs. I had 2 to fill up today. 46 gallons each one. Obviously, I probably have about 44 gallons in each one. I put in the conditioner, which is a chloramine/chlorine executioner and cleaner outer of the toxins in the water. I allow it to sit for 24 to 36 hours. Today it'll be 24 hours because tomorrow I've got to do some big water changes to get ready for the fish, for me to go on vacation. One of the other things that I do is that once I do the water changes, I'll make sure that I fill up I go out and I fill up the cans and treat the water. So, and they're not cans, they're giant plastic garbage things I got at, Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever for like $25 each. Worthy investment. But before I go tomorrow after I do my water changes, Petroman, 1185, how are you? I go through I change the water, I fill up those water, and when I get back into town I'm leaving Wednesday afternoon after work, and I will be back on Monday. So it's not, yeah, they're on wheels, but let me just tell you, they don't really move around all that well once they have water in them. It's way too heavy. So, but they are on wheels. It's easy to get in and out if you decide you want to wash them out or, just rinse everything out. I don't. I occasionally have dumped out the remaining water and started over completely, but I just generally don't. So I'll have the water there. So if I get back and there seems like there's a problem in my aquariums, I will go out and I'll do those water changes when I get home on Monday night. I'm going to leave Minneapolis probably about 8 or 9. And so essentially I'll be home about 6 p.m. So I'll go through, I'll check everything, give the fish a quick small feeding. And then, unless there's a problem in the aquarium, sometimes there is. I've come back from vacations and had problems with aquariums. Problem with guppies when you go on vacation, there's no way to deal with it, is that any baby that is born on while you're out of town on vacation is eaten. Completely eaten. Consumed completely. Because the fish want to go out and do what they do. So that's the negatives. I will feed them pretty good beforehand. It's just sort of my way. And they'll get 3 feedings before I hit the road. I'll do one first thing in the morning, go from there. Big City Bettas, how are you doing? Great having you here. Great having you here. So I'll go and, I usually dump the water on my lawns, on my lawn and do, get that ready to go. So that's good. And then I just get ready to go. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about my getting out of town, and great to see you too, Amber. It is great to see you. So I've got to get a couple of things done, and then once those are done, I'm going to go and just go and enjoy a vacation. Hey, Doug Gray, the man who behind the scenes, mayor of Lake Titicaca. Peter Thiel. Yes, Lake Titicaca is an important thing if you happen to watch Ancient Aliens. And where is that? Is that like in Peru or Chile? Hey, John Oliver, how are you? Yep. Yep, works magic. Aquarium water is a magic thing. And you can't, I do not dump it down, the drain. It goes on my lawn or in my plants. It is used in a good way. I got Peru right. Okay, good. Use it on your garden and your roses. Yep. My next door neighbor, they're out of town. They asked me to water their plants. I may bring over a couple of buckets tomorrow to water their plants with the wonders of fish waste. My Fish Tanks Aquatics, how are you doing? So so I just get ready to go on the vacation. It's now I have the Amica Splendens. If I didn't have the Amica Splendens, Pleco tank water is the best. There you go. If I didn't have the Amica Splendens, I would allow my house to be at 77 degrees. Patty's Petite Tanks lurking away. Good for you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the thumbs up, gang. So, but the Amicas cannot get, once they get above 75, they don't operate well. So I will leave the air conditioning on at 74 degrees. So there you go. That's part of the secrets. I don't know. Other than that, let's see. By the way, a big week for Bolo. The big Beta convention coming to Atlanta. Man, I love Atlanta. That's one of my favorite cities. Yeah, you do 50-gallon water changes on both of your 90-gallon discus tanks 2 times per week. RO water. Yep. My elbow, doing pretty good. I got an exciting last week. I got a cortisone shot. It's feeling much better. Oh, the fish swap, by the way. I went to a fish swap last Saturday. Was great. I will tell you, I could have sold 10 more bags of California Reds. I only brought a few, and they were gone immediately. It was really good, considering it was small. It was at a new fish store that's just trying to build up a reputation. Met a guy named Russell who has guppies from Springfield. Nice guy. Met all sorts of good people there. My only problem with that is that they were having air conditioning problems. And I swear to you, it was 85 degrees. In fact, I got home and I had a couple of bags of fish that I didn't sell, that they were actually warmer than than they were when they left. So I had to actually put them in the aquarium for the temperature to go down. So there you go. Got approved on a cute little house in Gainesville. Congratulations. Congratulations. Absolutely. Moving to Florida. Yeah, so I'm ready. So on vacation, we're going up. So I will tell you, last Saturday and this whole last week was a real challenging week. Because my boss passed away. 47 years old. 47 years old. Really a good guy, family guy. He liked fish. He had an aquarium with African cichlids in it. Good guy, good family guy. What made it worse is that his wife works at the office with us. And so so we're really close to these people. Everybody is. Time to build your betta farm, not getting younger. There you go. Florida is the right place to do it. So here's the deal. So 47. And they haven't told us why he is no longer with us. Ed, is it your birthday? Happy birthday. I may have missed this last week. I normally am pretty good at doing the Facebook birthday greetings. This last week. So Saturday, I get home from the fish sale. They were doing it on Sunday as well. I was more than happy to go back on Sunday. And but I get home and I get called and let know that my boss had passed away. The 15th, Muppet. 929, how are you? So I went and did my, I had a good time. Or not a good time. I mean, this whole week was, pretty exhausting. Very exhausting. Mentally, physically, spiritually, all those things. Because when you lose a boss, whether the boss is fired, whether he quits, but when he dies, it's probably the worst of all. And I worked for a family company, and the ownership came to town. Everybody was here in supportive of the team, plus plus obviously the widow of my boss. Just awful. So again, folks, is that if you're not feeling well, and I'm talking mainly to guys here. Women are pretty good about going to the doctor for crap. Men are not. Men are terrible at going to the doctor. We hate it. Well, let's be in Realville for a second here. Is that my boss apparently wasn't feeling well for a few days, had big headaches, was just not doing well, and he didn't go to the doctor. Going to the doctor, would that have saved his life or not? I don't know. Nobody knows. But remember, I have a buddy of mine who has, sorry to get on death, but it is what it is. I have a buddy of mine who has had an older brother. And the older brother was single. He was not feeling well for days and days. Finally, he went to the hospital. He had a bacterial infection, and he died. So the secret here, gang, is this. Is that you never know how long it's going to last. As much as we want to be around forever. Be careful. And if you're not feeling well, go to the doctor. And don't wait. If you're having unusual type stuff, this is not like the normal flu or whatever. If you're having something really unusual, go to the doctor. All right, my PSA. So as I get ready to prepare the fish for my vacation, it's just the water changes right. Make sure they have food. I feed them ahead of time. I don't have anyone come in here. 4 days away is, it's not the end of the world. So it's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll feed them on Wednesday. And when I get home on Monday, I'll feed them. And so very small feeding. And then they'll be back on a normal eating schedule because the baby brine shrimp will go in the shrimp deal, and I'll start one when I get home. That'll be ready, I like to, usually it's about 30 hours. I'll start the next one the next morning, so they'll get almost back to back baby brine shrimp feedings. So there you go. Kaler can't make it. He's currently subduing a naked axe-wielding woman at the Walmart. Especially nowadays, you can contact your doc through the patient portal. Makes it so easy to ask if you should come in. Exactly, Mark. Again, gang, we only get one chance at this. There are no sequels. Take care of yourselves. Bob is our local hero. Yes, he is. Yeah, he's a local hero. Local hero all the way around. We want to be like him. Bolo's right here sleeping. So here's what's going on Bolo health-wise, gang. I've told you he has congestive heart failure. He's lost his hearing completely. His teeth are falling out. Hey! Bob Kaler's here. Good news. Found a bunch of bee larvae and egg sacs and the fuzz in my window when I open it. Nice. I have a big wasp nest. I have to go pick up some stuff. I'm going to go to Target, pick up a couple of things, come home, bring it here, head back out. I have to do some clothes shopping for my trip. So I went yesterday to Academy Sports and wasn't finding. I need a good hat, because my parents were spreading their ashes on a lake where they met and they fell in love. So there you go. It's and so we're saying goodbye to my parents, who have been deceased for some time. My dad, almost 3 years. My mom's been deceased for over 5. And because they chose to, my mom died unexpectedly. And we sort of expected her to live longer than the old man. But it didn't work out that way. So, and my dad was early in dementia when my mom died. So my brother, sister, and I said, Dad, after you pass away, what would you like us to do with your ashes and Mom's ashes? He said, spread them over Lake Minnetonka. So we're going to Minnesota to go do that. We've rented a pontoon boat. We got a guest captain. We're going to do it. And still posting bail, Doug. If she can write, I will. That you're a giver, Bob. You're a big time giver. You just keep giving and giving. My sister has the ashes, and they're sitting in a guest bedroom. So they've been in a guest bedroom at her. She's moved across country since they passed. So they're now in Chicago. They were originally in a guest bedroom in Los Angeles. So I asked her if they have like a view out the window. So the day before we're saying goodbye to my parents, we have a 50th wedding anniversary with my uncle and aunt. And they are, my uncle and aunt are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. So this is our excuse. And all of a sudden my sister said, hey, would have been great if Mom and Dad could have made that. And I said, they still can. Bring the ashes. You don't know where Chewy is. Or Lunatic Fringe. Is he staying with Lunatic Fringe or is he going back to Chewy? I never know. Our buddy who's always reinventing himself, Melvin, has been on Melvin Reef now for the last few months. So I'm expecting him to evolve to the next stage here. And by the way, love me, Melvin's a good guy. He's good people, as we all know. So yeah, so I suggested bringing my parents' ashes to the event. My sister pretty much knows the sense of humor that's coming from me from there. When my brother brought half of my dad's ashes from Cali to Tennessee to spread at his parents' graves, I ended up with the container that wouldn't release all the ashes. A little of dad in your cupboard. There you go. Took over a year to get your brother's ashes into a vault at Arlington. Yeah. I'm glad my dad had an uncle who was a World War I veteran. He lied about his age. He joined up, I think when he was 15 or 16, to go fight in the war that ends all wars. And the Germans gassed him with mustard gas. As he got older, he didn't have great sight. He was really a good man, but he was a widower. His wife had died, and they did not have children. So when he passed on, he couldn't remember, as his health was failing, where his wife was buried. And, this is when everybody was still in Minneapolis. And his widow was buried in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And so I don't know if she didn't have family. Who knows? I don't know if she had, nephews and nieces or siblings still alive. No, I don't know. It's, and so they went out. And so we were just saying what to do with your remains. And in my family, we play the game of one-upsmanship. So we come up with a scenario, and each person tries to one-up the next person, getting even more and more outrageous. But it could be an intellectual pursuit. It could be whatever. So I suggested that everyone who comes to my funeral can get a beaker of Peter, a little glass thing with some ashes in it. Women could wear as a necklace. You could put it. You could put it on your mantle at home. Or, and my dad goes, I want to be putting the cocaine so the kids can snort me. He didn't say that, which is good, I guess. Because I don't know any cocaine dealers. I don't know how you find them. And, hey, do you need something to cut up your cocaine with? Can I give you some ashes? Pam will again be older than you next week. She's turning 66. You're 65 until November. Launch your ashes into space with Jeff Bezos. Probably going to cost $250,000, but, worth it. Use your ashes for tannins. Yes. Mix with flake food. That's right. So that's sort of the deal. So yeah, once I do my water changes tomorrow, I'll get a few things in, get set up for water changes when I return, and just go from there. Again, gang, it is heck of a deal going on vacation. It's been hotter than hotter than hell here. I was out this morning mowing before 8 a.m. and it was already 80 or a little after 8. Hey, Vinay, you're perfectly fine. It's here's the deal, Color Guppies, is that I appreciate all of you, no matter when you arrive, how long you stay, you watch it later on. I'm fine. Love to have you here the whole time, but I know, guess what? We're all pretty busy, aren't we? Svengoolie tonight is the curse of the undead. Fits in with the recent Ash comment. Yeah. The platies are swordtails or dragon guppy, and dragon guppies are outside in 2 tubs. Hold on a second here. Hold on. Hey, can I call you back? I'm on a Zoom call. Okay, bye-bye. That was my brother. So thank you very much, Bob Kaler. Yeah, so yep, here he is. The Tommy of dogs, deaf, dumb, and blind. Coughing a little bit, life is good. When this is done, you're going out for tacos. That's actually a pretty good idea. Pretty good idea all the way around. I need to go I'm trying to figure out and sure plays a mean pinball. Exactly correct. Yeah, Bolo's pinball pong skills are pretty good. Just imagine, he can't touch both flippers at the same time. So Bolo goes on vacation with me. It took forever to find a place that would take him for daycare. I kept running into places that one place wouldn't take a dog under 8 pounds, which I thought was insane. Let me tell you something. If you put Bolo in with 70-pound dogs, the 70-pound dogs will be answering to him in about 5 minutes. No, Bolo's cat friends are not coming for security. Yeah, minimum weight limit. Then somebody said, will your dog be neutered before staying with us? I said, no, he's almost 14. And he would die if I had him neutered. He's not going to be neutered. And by the way, these places that say no, no neutering, it's I mean, my good, we must have a neutered dog. Yeah, I've never heard of the minimum weight limit. Yeah. And I'll just tell you something. If you have a male dog that is socialized without any aggressiveness, he'll get along with any dog. He was at his vet's office where he goes to daycare. Here's what goes on with Bolo at daycare. I dropped him off and they put him down with 12 or 13 other dogs. He was the smallest one. Everybody was smelling his butt. He was smelling everybody's butt. They were fine. He's not aggressive. The dogs didn't get aggressive with him. If a dog dares to get aggressive with Bolo, good luck. Bolo will take care of business. And once that dog knows this one, 6 pounds, 3 ounces, a Pomeranian, he will lay right next to the dog he just put in their place. So yeah, minimum weight limit. They want him neutered. He ain't getting neutered. He was never going to get neutered. There's no reason for him to be neutered. Couple of reasons. Number one is that he made, I'm not asking for it now because of his advanced age, $400 to make puppies. If someone came up to me, someone through my vet's office said, hey, we have someone with a female Pomeranian that would love to breed. Would I allow him to breed again? Probably. I would think about hard. Probably. I'd give it, but I'm not pursuing it. And Bolo makes great puppies. Absolutely fantastic puppies. And he is very but again, he's a boss dog. And you guys who have had dogs and cats in your life, some dogs are, they're not the alpha dog. They're the beta dog. Alpha. My ex-sister-in-law, they had a Papillon who made the mistake at biting at Bolo's neck. That got fixed very carefully, very quickly. Bolo let that dog have it, and then they were sitting together. He makes the rules, everything goes in. Chewy in the house! Almost 40 minutes into this thing, and you finally show up. All right, so vacation. Yahtzee bark battles the cats, but screams like a toddler and runs if one lunges towards him, working on his presentation. Yeah, you see, there you go. Your Frenchie's the alpha in your house. She bosses the big ones around. Yep. Yeah, I'm on a waiting list for a puppy, and I'm going to see the breeders. I've never met the breeders personally. They're in Minnesota. I'm going to go and see them and meet them. And I'm bringing Bolo along. The problem with Bolo is I cannot have a puppy with him because he can't hear. It'd be almost impossible to do toilet training. So I look forward to that very much. Oh, look at the little Bolo. You want to see him? You want to see what an old... there he is. Right there. I got in from my mowing. I took a nice shower because I wanted to be clean for all of you guys. And then just been hanging out with the man. Yeah, it's... And for people who have a lot of dogs, there's always a boss dog. Always. Always. And it very well could be the smallest one. It could be the biggest one. But there is a leader of the pack. And one of those dogs is it. Yahtzee has more teeth than a gator. New Jersey Nets shirt. This is actually, New Jersey Nets. And this is from their season opener, November 1st, 2008. They gave it away at the game. November 1st, 2008. Okay, Chewy. Send me a note. I'll write you back. Little Bolo. Oh, resetting himself up on my lap. He was sneaking down. I'm thinking about getting on a waiting list for another miniature dachshund, your dog Relish. It's going to be 12 years old next month. Yeah, it may be a good time. I probably should have done this like a year or so ago when he still had hearing. It's probably about 2 years ago, but I wasn't in the house yet. Oh, involves the Mika Splendens? Okay, terrific. Again, for my vacation when I'm away, because of the Amica Splendens and because they do not operate well above 75 degrees, the air conditioning will be left at 74 when I leave. So there you go. And yeah, little Bolo's right here. You're studying your dog out. You may keep a pup or two. Yeah, there you go. Don't think you're stuffing. Is voice to text is not good. It's yeah, I will tell you that if I ever got um Bolo is a little bit of a show dog washout. He's a little big for the male for a male pom. They like them about 4.5 pounds in the showing type thing. Him being, you know, when he was younger and kind of fit, he was about 7 pounds, a little over 7 if he's a little fat. And the show breeders prefer that type of thing. But if I had ever gotten like a show level female in, and they would have given me a female pup from it, I would have done the pup exchange. Absolutely. It's I took him, by the way. I walked we have a local pet store. I'm not a big fan of selling puppies in stores. It's a bad idea. So I walk into this place that does this, and I was mainly looking, see what kind of fish food they have, and I'll take Bolo with me on a lot of stuff. I go in there, and there's a 3-month-old Pomeranian that's supposed Pomeranian, bigger than him. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's the problem, Muppet. That's the problem. Bolo's not. He made a mistake the other day, but he almost never makes a mistake. So there you go. Oh, he's coughing. He's coughing away. Got a note from Walgreens. They want to give me a free 8x10 print. I was over at somebody's house, I don't know, a couple of years ago. Not a real good friend of mine, but, an acquaintance, not somebody not in the fish fam. And he and his wife are really nice people. These are good people, okay? Their home, they're doing well, Chewy. They are doing well. They make us splendid. They're doing great. And these people had in their home, I would say, like the living room, the hallway, the dining room, they had at least 100 pictures of themselves. 100. You missed your emails from Nigeria informing you that you won the lottery. I have terrible luck lately. Yeah. Main concern of dog is starting to have more, the accents inside. Maple Street Aquatics, what's up? Yeah, I caught Bolo making a mistake 2 years ago before he started. His hearing was completely gone. And I yelled at him, go, Bolo! He doesn't hear that. He looked at me and started running around the townhouse I was renting, Then he jumped up in my lap and he sat there for an hour and a half doing nothing, which is pretty much what he does now. But, you know, he was like clingy to me because he knew, yeah, he screwed up. And I've never caught him doing it again. Right now, if he screwed up, he can't hear me. Completely deaf. In the 1990s, he and Stassi were convinced large spot on the Bleakeri. He referred to it as the Cichlid Aquarium book. No DNA analysis, then, of course. Monster Fish Gal, how are you? How are you? Yeah, little Bolo's doing just fine. Doing just fine. David Samsel. Hey, it's okay. It's you know, if you're lurking, that's fine with me. I'm always thrilled to have you. I know, you know, especially this time, middle of the day on Saturday, I know people are running around. They got a lot of stuff going on. It's in fact, when I'm done here, I'm going to be doing my shopping and junk like that. Yeah, I know exactly. So no need to apologize. No need to feel bad. It's all good. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Crocs is that someone got me some as a gift. I didn't find them that comfortable. I know there are people who love those things. I didn't find them that comfortable. Just didn't. It's you know, so there you go. What's the other thing when you're on vacation to do with your fish? You can't do Crocs either. Yeah, I don't know. There are people who love the doggone things. And there are people who work in the medical profession in different places where they are on their feet all day. They just go on and on and on about them. I don't get it. I just can't. It just doesn't work for me. Thank you very much, Bob. Yeah, Bolo merch, everybody. Picture from when he was a younger dog. Now without his teeth. So he went to the doctor. The doctor said, he goes, I don't know what else you can be doing for him. You're making his life great. Is that, you know, as long as Bolo isn't in pain, which he's not, believe me, if Bolo's in pain, he you know, he'll be reporting it. And he's not in pain. He's not, he's got cataract, so he's losing his eyesight. In fact, the doctor said, how's his eyesight? And I said, well, I think it's pretty good. He goes, well, you know, the cataracts are probably getting in the way of that. Oh. So there you go. Yeah, so it yeah, so he goes, his teeth are falling out. The gums are kind of inflamed. He goes, but you can't do anything about it. So, you know, it's just and you know, it's a Pomeranian's normal lifespan, by the way, is between 12 and 15 years. So he's almost at the highest level. By the way, Dasani water. Have you noticed something? Anybody who gets a bottled water like me, I'm not drinking water out of the tap at the office. I bring this in. I bring my own cooler. I don't even use the office dishwasher or refrigerator. And they have begun making these even cheaper and lighter. So sometimes you open them up and they don't stand properly. What's with that? I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. If you're spending I got this at Walmart, at Bob's Place. It's a little more expensive than Sam's Club, but I didn't have time to go to Sam's Club. So I hit that up and went from there. Yeah, it's they actually have gone in and made that plastic so damn cheap. So cheap. I don't quite get it. I don't understand it. It literally makes 0.0 cents. And it's just it's just a heck of a deal. A couple other notes just to keep track of, gang. I'll put out videos reminding that I'm not going to be here. I may be in for Saturday, or not Saturday, for Monday, next Monday. It depends. A week from Monday, not this Monday. It depends what time I get home. If I get home at 4 p.m. or what have you, we're going live. We'll do it live. Do it live. Yep, thank you for your purchase. Appreciate it. Walmart's great. Love it. It's I like it that they're spying on their employees. By the way, you know who will take Bolo? Camp Bow Wow. Camp Bow Wow. And it's like 3 days of daycare. And the first day they're giving it to me for free. I'll never use it again with him. They want to quote unquote evaluate his behavior. Here's his behavior. He sort of walks around, wants to be petted, likes hanging out with other dogs. He'll play with the puppies. My vet's office, if they don't have dogs his size in, they put him with puppies. Plays with the puppies. It's all good. Exactly, Chattanooga ad. It's maybe they can eventually make plastic bottles so thin that sea turtles can eat it and solve all of our problems. Because that is our greatest problem in life, sea turtles. And by the way, the plastic waste, not that big from the United States. We have states that have eliminated straws and plastic bags. And, hey, let's be as reusable as humanly possible. I'm all in on that. In fact, I'm talking about getting solar on my house. I'm all in on that. I just found out that there's a program that may pay for most of the solar on my home. Bingo. Yeah, both of your local Walmarts are self-checkout. Love the register corrals. Yeah, it's really nice. Treat you like a number, that's for sure. At my, there's several of the neighborhood markets, and I'm in between two. And one is kind of in a bad neighborhood. I will tell you that at least half the customers, if you wanted to, talk to them about getting meth, these are your people. These are your people. They're amazing. So, and the other one is perfectly fine, but this one is really methy. So the one that has all the folks on meth is very convenient, and they still have people on the registers. The one that's the nicer one, they've got the full corral thing, and for the oldsters, like the 70 plusers, it's like whoever's working there has to basically do all their checkouts. And a lot of those older people that are retired and stuff, they don't have a lot going on. This is how they interact with people. Go to the grocery store. Hi, how are you? Can you help me find the rutabagas? Sort of how they do it. Yeah, but the register corrals, now, if some people are not very social, they're not high on that. They don't want to interact with people. That's fine. It's perfect. But for some of these folks, this is their lone interaction with people. So it's and I will tell you, if you go to my Home Depot, everyone's put into those corrals. There's not a register open. There's somebody walking around making sure you're not stealing from them. When you run into a meth person, is it a terrible smell? The meth or the rotting flesh? It is. Yeah, it's a good question. It's a real good question. When I lived in Little Rock, there was neighbors, a couple of guys. I think it was like 3 guys in their early 20s were on the other side. And there was a smell that came through the wall. Holy crap. And Walmarts are too crowded all the time here. And I hate the self-checkout because the guy is so slow. Yeah. And I will tell you, all of a sudden, my apartment smelled like chemicals. Complete chemicals. And so I went to the building manager. I said, hey, gang, I think it's the people on the other side of me. I don't think it's people below me. I think I'm smelling meth. And their eyes just went. They go, are you sure? I said, yeah, my apartment smells like chemicals. It's not for my place. It's not like cleaning chemicals. It's like burning chemicals. Yeah, it's great. Jeffrey Watts, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. Mobb Guppy or the Guppies Mobb. Later's at Walmart for the babes. Absolutely. Hanging out with the babes. And Bolo's just here. I just washed his bath mat, by the way, gang. Yeah, so, local businesses are complaining about Amazon, and they're complaining about, online shopping. And some of the online shopping stuff's great. In fact, I just ordered my water treatment. I'm not quite out yet, but I'm going to be close. And so I ordered more that should be here on Wednesday. I may pick it up. It's going in my mailbox, so I'll probably pick it up the following week. And, there's certain, obviously for the fish family, you can go out and buy all sorts of cool stuff online that you can't find that, the PetSmart and the Petco and all that sort of stuff. Going from there. I am not familiar with an EPK is Chewy. Do tell. Do tell. When I was in high school, my friend's mom smoked crack in my car, and it smelled like burning plastic. I still don't know if the smell was the crack or what she smoked it out of. Yeah. Yeah, that's the type of your friend's mom gets in the car. Hey, you mind if I smoke? She's smoking crack. Electronic press kits that bands labels radio shows and TV shows. Ah, that's interesting. Muppet just described the smell that one encounters while inside a Subaru. By the way, where's our Gallipo Seaweed? Speaking of Subarus, hey, by the way, my immediate supervisor, not my boss that died, the other boss, the immediate supervisor, he has a brand new car. I don't know why you got a brand new car right now. You can't find anything. There's no selection. And it's a Subaru. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. He got it like last weekend before our mutual boss passed. And I haven't had a chance to start busting his chops on it. So I'll get there. Don't worry. It's people expect that out of me at the office. At one time, you got CDs and records or tapes, and now you get an MP3 or an MP4A. That's true. That's true. And by the way, you know what's dead? Totally dead, and I find it's disgusting. Is the art of the album, the beginning to end, telling the story the band wants to convey. Each song being a progression in that storytelling. Yeah, dead. Totally gone. Hey, 20 here and 10 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. So, yeah, so there you go. Good times. MP4A, I think, is what comes out of your Apple. Yeah, so there you go. All right, gang, we've been here for a little over an hour. I need to get some junk done. New cars are up 12% for 22. Yeah, I'll tell you what, they sure are. Thanks, gang. I gotta get my junk done. I appreciate it. Love y'all. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.